Hello and welcome to a low impact core routine for flat bench style Bowflexes. My name is Eric, I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm working out here on a Bowflex PR1000, but you can do this routine on any flat bench style Bowflex. Now, this routine is going to start out hitting our obliques and our abs with a couple movements that are actually really working our stabilization rather than a lot of rotational movements. So that might be a little bit better for you if you have some maybe pre-existing back issues or limited mobility in your core. Now, I want to remind you, I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm not a medical doctor, a physical therapist, or a chiropractor. So if you have existing conditions like those, please make sure you're seeing a professional. So while you're doing this routine, and really any routine of mine for that matter, if you ever feel like something is potentially unsafe or doesn't feel right, you need to stop what you're doing and assess the situation. So our first lift today is going to be called a Palloff Press, and in this we're actually going to be doing what's called an anti-rotation exercise. So we're going to have the weight in front of us and we're going to basically grasp the weight, and it's going to be pulling us towards the tower. But what we need to do is fire up those obliques, keep it nice and solid so it's not coming back and hitting the tower. For that, you're going to want to have like a yoga mat or a towel or something, because we are going to be kneeling on the ground here, and that's going to help soften that up. After that, we're going to go into a resisted crunch, and it's going to involve a little bit of a crunch here, but we're just barely going to lift our shoulders off of the bench, and we're going to be firing up our abs, and then finally we're going to move into a low back extension. So that exercise, if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you might want to just skip that whole exercise entirely, and I'm going to be walking you through all of this. So let's go ahead and get started here. I've got 100 pounds of power rods racked up, and that's what I call a heavy weight setting. You can drop it to 50 or maybe even 20 if you're just getting into this or really want to take it easy on your first go. So for a Palloff press, I'm going to take my handle here and I'm going to put my outer handle or outer hand through this handle here. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to bring it into my chest. And this is going to be our starting position. And then we're going to extend it out, and then we're going to hold it for about 5 seconds. It's going to be counted down by this clock here, and we're going to hold it in this extended position till we hear a beep, bring it in, and then back out. So let's go ahead and extend it out here, and we're going to hold it here for about 6 seconds, and then retract, and then extend it back out. Now, as you do this, make sure you're feeling it in your obliques, more so than your arms or your shoulders. So I really feel it on my inner oblique here, as we're trying to prevent this from pulling you back into the tower. Now, my hands, they are running parallel to the bench here when I'm fully extended. So extend it all the way out, hold it, and drop. Now I should be exhaling when I'm in that fully extended position as well. So let's go ahead and switch sides. We have a little bit of a rest interval here. And we want to make sure we get in position here. Again, when my arms are fully extended, it's going to be running parallel to the bench here, keeping a nice straight line. And again, I should really be feeling it heavily on this inner oblique. So let's go ahead and bring the weight towards our chest, and now we'll extend it out. Keep holding it here. And then on that beat, bring it in, and then back out. Now this is called an anti-rotation exercise, and you should really be feeling it here. This is kind of the opposite of like a torso twist. I guess it's a twist without the twist. Last one coming up here. And retract. Okay, so we got a total of 6 sets of that, 2 of them down, and switching back to the other side again. So for your breathing on this, when the weight is at your chest or when you're bringing it back, that's when you inhale. And then when it's extended out, that's the best time to exhale. So let's get in position. Extend those arms out. and retract, and back out. You should really feel the nice tightness in your core when you're fully extended here. Last one coming up. There we go. Other side. This exercise really hits those obliques. This is a exercise actually comes from physical therapy. The name Palloff is, I guess, a physical therapist I learned. Not Pavlov, but Palloff. Extend it out. And retract. And back out. Full tightness in the core when you're in that extended position. Okay, 2 more. All right, a couple more sets, and then we're going to switch over to resisted crunch. We got 2 more sets of these, though. Make sure you're adjusting that weight setting to what feels good to you here. Let's get in position. Have the handle at the chest, extend it out. You should try to have the handle just below shoulder height here. So your arms are running parallel to the ground here. Last one. And retract. Okay, get in position here. Outer handle through the loop. Bring it to your chest. Let's go in 2, 1, extend it out. Last set of this anti-rotation exercise. And 2 more. Nice. Okay, so that's it for Palloff Press. We're now going to move into the seated crunch here. And for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my legs through the leg extension here, and I'm going to grab these handles here, and I'm going to bring them up above my head, and we're going to drop it down, and then we're going to hold it in this extended position for a moment, and then release, and then repeat. So we're just going to be working out to the clock here. Try to take these nice and slow. Arms up, bring it down, raise the shoulders off the bench, hold it for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and drop. 3, 2, 1, and drop. 3, 2, 1, slowly drop. 2, 1. Okay. So as you do this, you're trying to get a nice squeeze in your abs here, getting your shoulders off of the bench, and that extra resistance adds some extra difficulty there. So we just have 3 of these coming up here. And now let's go ahead and get in position. Hands on the handles, bring them up above your shoulders and drop it down. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, slowly drop, and back down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, and 1. 3, 2, 1. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more set of that. So as we go into the next set, which will be our lower back extension, so we got one more set of crunches. Again, proceed carefully on that. And I'd actually recommend even trying to do a few without any resistance and see if that feels best to you. And now let's go ahead and get in position. Hands on the handles, bring them up above your shoulders and drop it down. 2, 1, and drop. 3, 2, 1, drop. 3, 2, 1, drop. 3, 2, 1, drop. Final one. Okay. So that's it for our ab work, and we're moving into that lower back extension. So for this exercise, again, you can do this without any weight. We're basically just going to be bowing towards the Bowflex and try to keep your hips locked in place, and we're just going to be use the stability in your legs here. Now, if you want to add some weight, you can. I need to drop my weight just a little bit here. I'd recommend you do the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open up these handles and put my arm through it. So my opposite of my elbow here is going to be resting in here. And now I'm going to take this weight, and then I'm just bowing towards the Bowflex doing only bending about 45 degrees and then raising up here. Really nice and slow and control motion. Now as you come up, do not overextend your back, like hyperextend it like this. You want to just go up to an even straight up and down position. And if something doesn't feel good here, stop what you're doing. So these are going to be really short sets here. 25 seconds on, 25 seconds off. So I'm going to just stay hooked up here. Okay, so let's get in position, ready to go. We're going to go ahead and bow down, 45 degrees, and then back up. If you need to engage the weight a little bit more, step a little bit further away from the machine. Again, you can go weightless on this. Okay, one more set coming up. And as you do this, really think about your feet. They should be planted nice and solidly. As you do this, if you're shuffling around, I'd probably remove any sort of weight if that's what's happening. Okay, final set coming up here. 3, 2, 1. Bow it down and raise it up. Just a gentle lower back lift here. All right, awesome job on finishing this out. Don't forget to remove your power rods from tension and wrap them up with a bungee cord. I also want to give a big shout out to my elite Ko-Fi and Patreon members that help making producing weekly content like this sustainable for me. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to you for joining me. I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.